Thank you for coming back to PokerNews.com. We are still here in beautiful Malta for the EPT. I am here with Sam Greenwood. Now, Sam, I was trolling through your tweets, and you have some very strong opinions about Jack Effel and the WSOP coverage. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I've never really thought Jack was particularly good at his job. I think he's played favourites. I think he's uses his power to bully people. And every year during the main event, there's a part where they call the floor over and Jack comes over, and then there's footage of him on ESPN, which is supposed to be, the flagship moment for the WSOP, and the head of the WSOP is berating a player or being rude to them or whatever. And what set me off this year with the hand between William Kassouf and I forget the lady's name, or the 9 high like a boss. Kassouf bluffed him and then turned it over, and it was crazy because I started off the hand being like, okay, Jack's right, I've played with Will, he's kind of annoying, he can talk too much. And then as I saw Jack deal with it, I was switched on to the other side, just because Jack was so rude, so confrontational, and his job is supposed to be taking control of the situation, and instead he escalates it. And I get like in sports when a ref or an ump makes it all about them instead of making the fair ruling. So yeah, I've never really liked Jack in my personal interactions with him, or thought he's done a good job running the WSOP. And then it's funny when you see it on TV, because it's supposed to be you'd think he'd even be at least conscious about not being an asshole on TV, but he's not even aware of that.
Which tournament directors do you really respect, and what tournaments do you really like playing?
I do like I'm mostly playing the EPTs. I guess this might be biased from my perspective, because I do find that when I play in America, the tournament directors tend to play favorites a little more often. Now, granted, I mostly play EPT tournaments, so maybe an American player would think the opposite. But I mostly think the key is, even when people disagree with you, just that they enforce the rules consistently and they're willing to have a dialogue with players and change things. And that's sort of all that really matters. And that they're, polite and okay to deal with. And that's sort of all that I really want out of a tournament director and the tournament staff. And in my experience, the EPTs have done that. Where the WSOP, I've had people berate me for asking for a color up during WSOP tournaments, stuff like that. So yeah, they're in somewhat of a customer service business, and I just think they should try to be polite and reasonable to the customers, who are the players.
I can imagine it's probably harder in a really big field event, but have you had those issues with WSOP in the smaller events as well?
Yeah, the WSOP event I was speaking of, it happened to be in the money of a shootout. So since it was a shootout, they didn't color up the day before, so there were a bunch of chips on the table. And I asked a floor man to color me up, and he said he couldn't do it. And then the new dealer came in and was like, oh, I'll color you up, and called the floor man over. And the floor man looked at me, didn't even say anything, just looked at me and said, oh, not this guy again, and turned around and walked away. So yeah, I don't think it's I understand that there were parts of the job that are probably not giving them credit for being hard, but even when I'm at the table, I understand that when I'm mad, it's not like a poker professional thing, it's like a life thing. When you're mad, you're supposed to try to, bottle it up and be cordial to people and be polite and be kind to people. And when people aren't, it rubs people the wrong way, and rightfully so. And you're doing a bad job if you're consistently acting like that to players. Yeah.
So here in Malta, a little smaller fields than normal. Do you like the smaller field? You're playing the 10K PLO right now, so you're closer to the victory, closer to the trophy, or do you like the big field, big prize pool?
I like big field, big prize pool. The more people, the better the tournament. I don't know. I think I'm have a bit of an optimist in me, where I just think I'm going to win. There's a part of me that thinks I'm going to win every tournament, so I'm like, I might as well just make first place as big as possible.
You're still playing the side events.
Yeah. No, but it trickles down. If there's bigger main event, there's bigger side events. This PLO tournament I'm playing has maybe 25, 30 people right now, and then Barcelona had 100, so yeah. Well, it can't always be Barcelona, though.
No. Malta's a little more difficult to get to, but it is amazing and beautiful. Have you been out at all, seen anything, or just in the poker room?
I've been jet lagged and sick, so I've mostly been in my hotel room. But
all right, well, feel better and take down this 10K PLO.
All right, thanks.
Stay tuned to PokerNews.com.